The rapid growth phase is a very critical period for protecting your crop against Phytophthora infestans. Since the Irish potato famine of 1847 to 1852 and the consecutive death or immigration of half its population, potato late blight, Phytophthora infestans, remains one of the most destructive, economically draining threats to potato crop and can reduce potato yields by 20 to 40%. The primary symptoms of Phytophthora infestans infection are brown lesions at the base of the stem, in the leaf axils, and on the leaves. In humid weather, this damage spreads rapidly. On the underside of the leaves, a typical whitish growth of the pathogen can be seen. It consists of a dense aggregation of branched hyphae, sporangiophores, bearing lemon-shaped sporangia, the reproductive organs of Phytophthora infestans. When picked up by the wind, countless sporangia are spread throughout the crop and far beyond it. Sporangia that land on a potato leaf when the weather is damp and warm often germinate by forming a germ tube. This process is called direct germination. At lower temperatures, indirect germination prevails, and motile zoospores are released. After attaching to the leaf surface, they transform into roundish cysts. The cysts germinate by forming a germ tube. From its tip, an infection hypha enters the interior of the leaf. A mycelium forms. Its hyphae spread between the leaf cells. With the help of finger-like haustoria, the parasite draws nutrients from the cells of its host plant. The damaged cells die off, and the mycelium spreads further into neighboring leaf tissue that is still alive. Thus, green leaf area is increasingly lost. From hyphae on the edge of the damaged leaf tissue, sporangiophores develop, growing out of the leaf through stomata, bearing a new generation of sporangia ready to be spread by wind or rain. The cycle of sporangial dissemination, release of zoospores, infection of a host plant, mycelium formation in the leaf, and sporulation can continue repeating, especially if weather conditions are moist. Infection pressure increases exponentially, and more plants show the typical late blight symptoms. The damaged leaf area increases rapidly from day to day. Often, the stems with dead leaves hanging from them are all that remain. The tubers remain small, but the risk of yield loss is far higher if sporangia are washed into the soil by rain. The zoospores released from the sporangia move between the soil particles and thus reach the surface of the tubers. They often infect the tubers through natural openings in their skin. In storage, tubers infected by Phytophthora infestans are recognized by irregular blue-gray spots on their surfaces. With time, the spots sink in slightly. Often, infected tubers are additionally colonized by soft rot bacteria.